How are you doing? Um, I, CZeke, first both relatively new runners, I'm fairly sure. They, I understand they both came up around the time of you, random. So there's no real expectations for either player, but that just means it could be even more exciting. And it looks like the runners are just about to get going. Haha, we've got to count in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So this is Metroid Fusion Randomizer. The goal is to get missiles, plasma beam, charge beam, and kill the SEX, blow up the space station, and escape. I reckon you're all just about familiar with that at this point, unless you're one of the few people I've invited to say hello. But right away, we're going to be off to the main missile data download room to see if we can find a progress item, which we surely will. This first item, we're only going to be seeing missiles, speed, or morph ball. Anything else would mean you would be impossible to progress further. So let's see what we're going to find. Personally, I'm a big fan of speed booster starts, but a lot of other players I know prefer missiles or more. I'm going to be starting with morph ball, which is one of the more interesting ones. There's only one check we can do on the main deck with morph ball right now, but then we can head towards Sector 2, pick up a couple of things there. Sector 1 also has a couple of things. I believe Sector 2 is meta if you have just morph ball at the start. But it's difficult to say, really. It's almost 50-50. Going to be picking up the main deck missiles here, which contains virus. That's an interesting one. So with Varia Suit, that obviously means we can now access hot rooms or cold rooms, which are sporadically placed. There's a couple in Sector 3 and Sector 5 where you would expect them. But it's not a massive progression item in most cases. Both runners are going to be heading to Sector 2. That's the way I would go. And both opting to take a save, which is a wise choice. Are we going to see any runners going for the wall jump, Kago jump. Not today. Maybe later. We've got a nice bit of sync as we come into this Zorro room. With AgentKlunk just taking the lead, capitalising on Zeke's little mistake there. Opening up the blue doors. The security locks level 1. Opens up a lot more of the map. Now I'm going to be able to access Sector 3 and no, Sector 2, no, Sector 3 and Sector 4, yes. However, there's not a whole lot there we could check right now. So this is just something get done early. So we're probably going to see an item here. Otherwise, the runner's going to be heading to Sector 1 to go and try and find something there. Wave beam. That's horrid. That's horrible. What? Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. So, wave beam likes to move in this wave shape, and in doing so, it manages to avoid everything you're trying to hit. It's just about one of the worst upgrades you can find early on. Oh, and there's an item here. Oh, I think AgentKlunk might be going for... No, he's a bit too low health. Maybe he goes for a recharge and comes back. Zeke with the Galaxy Brain play here, going into Sector 4. There is one check that Wave Beam opened up here. I think this is a pretty good idea. This item is going to check is often a major item. But AgentKlunk heading to Sector 3, where again they're only going to be able to check one item. And Zeke finds something. What we got? Missile data! Oh, that is really big. That opens up a lot of the map. But it looks like he's going to die. He's not going to make it out. But he knows where the missiles are now, so he's going to go beeline straight for that, and it's absolutely doable with just some slightly smoother movement, but yeah, it is tricky with just one E-tank. Oh, a little refuel there coming in clutch. Oh. Oh, and space jump in Sector 3, I totally missed that. It's lucky that it's got a very obvious visual indicator. Otherwise, that would have gone unmarked for some time. And Zeke this time making it out with his life. I imagine he's going to be heading back up to the main deck now. Because there's 5 checks up there he can do now that he's opened up missiles. You know, that's a lot of checks to get out the way. A lot of potential items.
Sector divergence, huh?
Yes. Yes. Zeke
Exciting.
decided to go Sector 4 straight after opening up blue locks and finding Wave Beam, which was a very good idea, it seems, because he found the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but space jump coming in to find the speed booster over the Kago. That's a good find as well.
So missiles was behind like electrified water. That's
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
okay, just barely making it out alive as AgentKlunk. That's not necessarily. Is that considered a damage run? Because that took a lot of damage.
He did actually
Doesn't have to
die
take a bit.
trying to get it the first time. Yeah, so fortunately he'd saved like just before, so go straight back at it. But I'm not sure if that counts as a damage run because I guess it probably does.
I hope so. You do need to damage boost across if you have no equipment.
Yeah.
Or if you have like just high jump or something.
And Clunk finding wave beam. Oh, and now wide beam. He found wide beam. Now wave beam isn't so bad. That's good find. I'm sure Zeke really wishes he had wide beam right now. Oh, and Clunk now heading back into Sector 3, which is an interesting choice. Oh! No. Yeah, I think this is a bad choice from Zeke, AgentKlunk, personally. I think there's only one check they can make here.
Without missiles, maybe they just forgot.
Oh, I hope I didn't miss any items on Zeke's screen. High jump. That is a good find.
Sorry, not without missiles, without bombs.
Yes.
But yes, without missiles.
Yeah, without bombs, you're not going to get through there. Well, actually, now he's got the high jump. He could technically do a clip to get through that door, but I don't imagine we're going to see that. Oh no, I was wrong. Definitely a lot more opened up by Sector 3 than I thought, but not a whole lot. Just Bob.
Nice
Which
try,
you can't
Clunk.
actually access. Oh no.
Not going back for the high jump. Okay. Already has space jump, so it's not that big a deal.
Oh,
but
Clunk is now on his way to the missiles.
That's good. Funny thing about advantages early on in randomizers is they lead you to other locations, and sometimes those locations are just a total bust.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of time chasing a red herring in a randomizer. And Clunk's going to be very happy that they found that. Screw attack in Sector 1, yeah.
Sector 1 had to be the play, huh?
Yeah. That's
so
opened
rich.
up a lot. Like, really a lot. Zeke can now get into any sector of the game. They won't be able to access everywhere in those sectors just yet, but they can at least get in. And AgentKlunk on their way to go battle the Arachnids.
I believe Zeke has just enough energy to lava dive here. How many tanks is it? 2 tanks, like, minimum?
Yeah, something like that. If you want to gamble it, you could go with less and pray for any tank down there, but Zeke's just gonna find power bomb tanks, which you don't really want to find.
Gonna need that speed booster to check the other speed booster or space jump to check the other thing over there across the lava lake. Yes. Was that in sector 2?
I've already forgotten.
I know wide beam was sector 2.
Yes, yeah. That sounds about right. Nothing interesting at Arachnids.
E-tanks are nice bits of insurance. Kind of at this point, E-tanks won't do that much beyond just refilling your health from now on.
Yeah, you don't really need any more than what Zeke's got now. If you are a danger man, you could go with 2.
Yeah, although
that's an awful gamble towards the end game.
Bosses can be pretty dangerous if you don't have the equipment you normally have in vanilla. Yeah, so definitely. It throws a lot of players off.
Oh, and he's got the wave beam so he can check. Oh, good.
You could try to check if the wave beam cooperates.
Yeah. We'll be able to see what it is eventually.
Unfortunately, gonna be missing a check here without speed booster, but
yeah, that's unfortunate. So Zeke will maybe be coming back to check that at some point, whereas AgentKlunk, who I imagine is probably on their way to Sector 1 now, will not have to return for that. Check the crab room. There's always an item here. What's it going to be today? Just plain old missiles. How about that?
I haven't seen it much in this tournament. Maybe I noticed there seems to be like periods, like fads, where an item will always be in like a particular place in randomizers.
Yeah.
I think they call that PRNG, placement RNG.
Yeah, you've got to be careful platforming through those red and black blocks, because if you hit them with screw attack, then you'll fall right back down and have nothing to land on next.
not much else to explore besides Sector 2 now for Zeke, whereas AgentKlunk is going to be able to get a few extra checks here in Sector 1 that Zeke wasn't able to do. If it's something important, that's bad news for Zeke. But if not, it's potentially good news for Zeke.
Yeah. See, Zeke is... he may be able to check a couple of items in Sector 5, but yeah, Sector 3 is not the place he wants to be right now.
And also, given they have various suit, it's pretty likely, I think, that Sector 6 or Sector 5 are going to be more worthwhile checks.
That tends to be the case, but a lot of the time, it just never happens.
3.
Space jump found, which is a fairly nice upgrade actually, right here, because that now means Zeke's going to be able to check the Sector 5 data room straight away, which is normally a bit of a pain to get into without.
Although it unfortunately does remove the ability to wall jump. This is not the first time I've seen someone come in here right after a space jump.
Straight after trying to get space jump and just jumping at the wall and it's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, I've got space jump now. Yeah.
So in order to space jump, you turn away from the wall and jump. In order to wall jump, you turn away from the wall and jump. In order to space jump, you have to wait several frames before you jump. So it's just like you just can't jump if you're trying to wall jump, basically.
I think the wall jump's like removed entirely. Like it doesn't even check if you're like near a wall anymore. Yeah.
Just really unfortunate.
Oh, Klunk getting a little bit unlucky with that space boost there.
So they improved space jump from Super Metroid in that you can still space jump if you fall down really far, but they also downgraded it to remove the wall jump ability.
Oh, that really annoyed me the first time I played Super Metroid, because I always played this, so I just found space jump really weird to use. I didn't understand what was going on.
And it's a shame it doesn't let you wall jump anymore, because there is a mechanic. When you wall jump, you actually accelerate faster in the air. So your horizontal movement is like several pixels per frame faster.
Alright. I don't think I need that one.
Or sub-pixels per frame? Something like that. There's a strat down when leaving the emergency from Sector 3, where you just wall jump before climbing across those monkey bars, like that really long hallway with the little eagles.
Yes. Yeah. I have used that strategy. Is that why that's good? I didn't realise that. See,
yeah, like
my monkey brain just hears, just go fast for me, go fast, and I don't question it.
It's a lot about speedrunning is you just kind of copy what the best route is. And sometimes you just don't know why.
Yeah. It's a community effort, 100%.
Yeah, and it like if you were to just climb across the monkey bars like normal, you would pretty much always get hit by one of those lava bubble spire things that shoot up fumes. I don't know, whatever they're called. But if you do the wall jump, you reliably skip past that particular one.
AgentKlunk sneaking into Sector 3 through the back. Finding Charge Beam, that's a massive upgrade. That's a required upgrade for beating the game. Klunk's going to be too badly to have found that. And they're going to go... They're not... Ooh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They have space jump. I thought for a moment that they had soft locked.
Hmm.
And finding another item. Bomb data.
Nice.
Huge.
That's pretty late bombs.
Fairly late. I mean, bombs aren't technically necessary.
That's interesting.
Oh, and Zeke finally making their way into Sector 3. Gonna be able to be picking up all the items now.
So does box not show up until after super missiles?
Box does not show up until after green doors.
Green doors. Oh, they haven't. Right, they didn't have bombs to actually open the green doors. So, unlike Super Metroid, even with power bomb data, you can't actually use power bombs until you have bombs.
I think I think Kazuto might be changing that because there's been a handful of unbeatable seeds where it's expecting you to be able to get down there and get out because you can fight Box, but Box doesn't spawn, so you end up stuck. So yeah, there's some weird behaviour there sometimes. I believe that's getting changed in the future. We'll see.
That kind of thing can be fixed two ways. You could either make it so that it doesn't require that logically, or you can make it so that you can use power bombs or something. Not sure which is better, to just stick as close to vanilla as you can, or just to make it as interesting as you think it would be, which is subjective. I know there's big debates in the A Link to the Past rando community where people really want things to be as vanilla as possible for a randomizer, and other people are like, well, it's a randomizer, let's just make it as convenient as possible because it's already different from vanilla anyway.
That's going to be a contentious debate, I'm sure. A lot of different ideas running around. I've seen the same in Fusion Rando already. Lots of people having ideas. It's like, oh, why can't we do this or that? And other people saying, no, that's dumb. Other people saying, no, that's brilliant. But it's early, guys. Let Kazuto have some time to get in your feature requests.
Yeah, I'm sure things will be changing like back and forth over the years.
We'll just have 20. Zeke decided to go all the way back to Sector 1 to come and check this item. But they did save. They're going to get the save warp here, which is pretty smart move. I can't knock them for checking that. It's not a decision I would have made personally. It seems like a long detour for a single item check. One for later.
These lower Sector 3 checks, I kind of wonder if like Wave and Speed Booster might be enough. Like I think little known feature in the game is when you shine spark horizontally, you can do a pseudo space jump out of the screw attack to be able to just jumps to either jump straight up or spin jump when you crash.
Yeah, if you just hold A when you bounce into the wall, you just jump straight off it, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can get a jump in midair as if you were on the ground. So I suspect maybe you can actually get all the way to the ledge without like doing single frame crumble block jumps or freezing the enemies.
Yeah, maybe. I also wonder if it's possible to wall jump from like side to side of either one. I don't think that's possible with vanilla, but maybe with screw attack.
I'll have to ask someone about wall jumping with screw attack too, because that effect where you can just get more horizontal speed with a wall jump. I don't know for sure if that is a thing with screw attack, because it behaves differently.
It changes all the properties of it, so you wouldn't be able to know.
That was an interesting strat by AgentKlunk. You going with the charged wide wave beam.
Yeah, R shot into it with the screw attack.
Yeah, because screw attack basically makes you invincible. For the most part, like with I think 2 exceptions I only know of. SAX, maybe Omega Metroid.
And Omega, yeah. Omega can slap you out of a screw attack. And so can the SAX's own screw attack.
But so normally...
I think that might be it.
Probably.
Otherwise,
I feel like there's one more, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And normally when you fire your beam, when you're spin jumping, you just unspin, and then you're no longer screw attacking and you can get hit. However, you can actually fire without canceling the spin if you have missiles by toggling to missiles. It releases a charge shot without the other properties of like changing your movement state.
Yeah, it's a really interesting mechanic. It gets used in a handful of rooms in 100%, but it's not a mechanic you see too much of, really.
Mm-hmm. I guess Nintendo didn't like that feature and they removed it in Zero Mission. That's really unfortunate.
It was cut for Zero Mission, which is a shame, because that would have been really cool in Zero Mission.
Like, I used to consider Zero Mission my favorite Metroid game, because it's just like so much more compact and like less plot driven and stuff, and it was just easier to do, like more convenient to do a full playthrough because I didn't just have to mash every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. But
over time I came to appreciate Fusion a lot more just for its minor differences.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the way movement feels in Fusion.
Maybe I got more patient over the years and could tolerate the dialogue.
Well, yeah. Or maybe we just got better ROM hacks that mean we don't have to do text anymore.
True. Well, especially Randomizer. This is an amazing randomizer. There is a Zero Mission randomizer that's been around for a while, and it's cool that it exists, but you really only need like 3 items to beat the game, so it's kind of like Super Metroid in that sense. I just haven't had much interest, to be honest. But if you enjoy Zero Mission, there is that. It's worth a try. It's worth the playthrough. This missile highway, as I've heard people refer to it, this is a lot of pillars that can foil you.
I thought Clunk is slightly misplaced, but no, that's alright there. It's if you put it on. Oh, yeah,
it was a missile.
Yeah, they didn't want the item. Yeah, don't need it.
I'm so used to seeing people just get the item that caught me off guard for a second too.
Yeah, it's not usual seeing that particular movement. Have you been in the scene for a while?
So much of this randomizer is just not vanilla in terms of strategies.
It's really bizarre how much it changes. So a lot of the rooms you go through in the game, and you're always going through them with the exact same items, and it's always been that way. But now, oh, I don't have high jump, so I can't do my usual high jump strats, or I've got screw attack now, so I can do single wall jumps, and it just makes decision making and just the general plays that you're making every room you're going through so much more interesting. Oh, I'm in love with this randomizer.
Mm-hmm.
I really am.
Back in the day, there was a novelty race category called 200 missiles, where your goal is to get to a capacity of 200 missiles, and then you done. And that was really interesting because you can go to a lot of the sectors early. You just have no reason to in a normal speedrun if you want to beat the game.
Yeah.
So you dip sector 1 and clear a ton of it, like a few sectors in, and you do a bunch of extra neat shine sparks and whatnot, a lot of cool tricks, a lot of tricky wall jumps to get places early without space jumping, screw attacking, all the fast convenient things you need for 100%.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
It's a lava dive. I think there's a hell run as well.
Fusion missile. Not a bad find. It will certainly help him leave lower sector 4 later on. Going to be heading down into the depth of sector 2 now.
On the other end of the spectrum, there's a sorry. I'm still eating breakfast. there's a category I want to get people racing later on, like later on in the tournament, like when it's less busy. So in vanilla, you can get 0%, you could get 100%, you could get 1% if you really don't want to skip Bob. But a little known fact and a common misconception, a lot of people think several of the items are just completely locked out if you don't get it on the first pass. And that's completely not true. So I want to at some point...
Bob, right?
Other than Bob, yeah, that's the only exception.
Yeah, because that's the only room that changes.
Yeah, Bob just doesn't exist after the first layer.
Yeah, I know about this because I wrote a like a ROM hack tweak that lets you put like duplicate items in like the same room, even though they're technically different rooms. So you could have set it up so that Bob was available after. Yeah, I knew about that one. That's neat.
Did they fix that in Japanese version? I don't remember.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because the Japanese version was, the Japanese version came out after the American version in Fusion in particular.
Yeah.
So
unusual. Yeah.
So my idea was that you have a completed 1% file. You start at the ship, and the goal is to get 100% and beat the game. It's like starts after Ridley, after talking to Adam and such, and you just go through all the sectors without any of the dialogue.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And it would be really interesting just to see how people would route that.
Yeah. There's Because there's nothing saying you've got to do it in the same order, right? You know?
Could do whatever you want.
Yeah. Just clear it all up. Get it done. Ooh. It's a nice price point. What's it gonna be? Ice missiles. Not bad. Not going to be heading up to Ceres though.
Oh, nice low height by AgentKlunk.
You always like to see the low height.
People have a setup where you bounce on the ground and you can reliably unmorph and spark near simultaneously, and you have a couple frames of leeway that way. But
yes,
AgentKlunk gets the frame perfect strat.
They just go for it. Just full
It's a little bit faster.
You're going to be heading into the CZeke fight. Which is slightly interesting. So CZeke, you have to shoot them in their mouth a number of times before they die. It's all well and good, but it doesn't actually check what. It doesn't check how much damage you're dealing. It essentially just has a counter. I've been hit 2 times this round. So yeah, if you've got super missiles, it takes the same number of missiles to kill CZeke as it would if you had vanilla missiles.
Weird.
Yeah, so you've always got to be, it's got to be 2, 2, 2, 4.
I thought it was like health based per round, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I always assumed it was like that, but then I started playing Rando and killing it with super missiles and wondering why the hell it wasn't working. Bonk making their way through Crumble City, which has nothing for them today.
It's an incredibly hard room, even with space jump.
Yeah, I have seen people complete it without space jump. It's not something you want to do.
That's like the first time I started wondering. I saw someone trying to do it with screw attack, and that was the first time I wondered if screw attack affected the wall jump speed, because that would make a difference in there. You could like wall jump off the right wall to get to the other side of the first hump, but I don't know if screw attack foils that.
That's it. Finding the diffusion missiles. And you know, both runners have found an awful lot of items, but there's no distinct advantage yet. You know, both have got charge beam, both got missiles, bombs, screw attack. No one's got plasma beam, no one's got gravity. It's still anyone's game. Let's see what happens. Fly straight over the pancakes. Don't want to deal with those. Can't heading into Oasis. One of the few rooms we've actually named.
Interesting strat with the diffusion missiles to freeze the fish.
Yeah, smart. It can also be done with a underwater single wall jump, but why do that if you've got ice?
There's also just the pillar in the floor.
Yeah. And Zeke's about to find this item, which I already forgot what it was. Please remind me.
It was the ice
missile,
missiles,
yeah.
of course.
Now the track is looking pretty even at the moment. I think Zeke is only slightly ahead, just based on where they've already been. And Zeke is actually going to go up to the Ceres fight. I'm not really sure why AgentKlunk didn't go to the Ceres fight. Maybe a mistake on their part. Maybe a tactical decision. After asking later.
Pretty nasty location gravity suit could be is we've had it before. It's a gravity like in the nightmare area, which would be a soft lock, but if it has gravity, it's fine.
I hate having to commit to those sorts of checks. It's such a hard call to make because you know if it's not there, I'm soft locked, I'm screwed, I've wasted however much time going off to do that. And yet it can be the game-winning move if gravity suit is there.
There's also a number of bosses that you just don't want to fight because they take long, and like could be on Metroid or Yakuza.
Metroid, yeah, I think skipping Metroid is more than fair at this point. Although you don't want to come back later and find that you've got a vanilla plasma beam on your hands and you've been waiting to go and get plasma beam to fight Metroid.
It's just a damage sponge.
Yeah, something like 4,000 health, I think. That's a lot of health. I'm deciding to go for it though. He's got plenty of missiles, so this shouldn't be too big a deal. I don't think they have super missiles, so they're not going to be able to finish the job with just those missiles. Fortunately, they have picked up the charge beam already.
And trying to R-shoot inside the Notori doesn't quite work.
Apparently not working, yeah. I wonder if it would work with a directional aim, like if we're looking up.
No, it's because they're out of missiles. they can't toggle to missiles with 0.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that... I've done that before. And Zeke finding diffusion missiles again. I think they reset and decided to come back for those.
Almost got Natori. It's been red for about an hour and a half now.
Yeah. And now Klunk's gonna spend another century posting missiles into the eye there.
They do have supers though, so that's not so bad. Can you imagine an awful scenario where Natori is required to fight with just like charge and regular missiles?
That would be horrible. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
That might not be legal. Like, is that like cruel and unusual punishment or something?
I think that's technically classified as torture. I don't know, maybe we can like sell that information to the CIA or something. Get a little payout. AgentKlunk seems to be heading towards Yakuza, which is, I think, a pretty good choice at this point in the game. All the sectors cleared, I believe. So, where else are you going to go? And straight away, they're rewarded with gravity suit.
Continuing on, still looking for plasma beam.
Plasma beam is the go switch.
Actually, gonna bother to fight Yakuza. It's not a bad play, but it's not a play everyone would make.
See, they might not fight Yakuza. They have got space jump. They can just
that's true.
The room. But we'll see.
Well, I don't think you would continue down here. You would check that missile tank, which was a power bomb today, and you could probably just move back the way you came.
I suppose it's not too bad to get the extra check in. He could have plasma beam. You'd kick yourself if you had to come back later. Ooh, taking a couple hits, getting rather unlucky with the Yakuza happens in shot timings. Luckily getting a 1 round on that final stage. And the R-shot strategy is not really working out. It's a nice idea though.
So he has a couple of options. Like, you could use supers, they do 30 damage. You could use the beam, which does 15 damage per part, and it fires in 3 parts.
Flare damage if you're doing
potentially flare damage as well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're getting up in Yakuza's face like that, you'll be getting flare damage. Plasma beam found by Zeke.
Ooh, interesting. So, like, we're in no mode here in the commentary booth now. We know where gravity is, we know where plasma is, and they have the rest of the items pretty much.
No mode. That's brilliant. I like that.
He has something, I think, coined in A Link to the Past, Rando. As a...
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure they've got a lot of rando jargon.
Yeah, they were like, well, we know where everything is. Are we in go mode?
Right, yeah. The joke is obvious, yeah. That's a good one.
But we can't go because we're not the ones playing.
We can go? Oh, I'll see you later.
We can't. We're not playing.
Oh, there's another race.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so another option for Yakuza would have been similar to the core X's. You can shoot missiles to the side of Yakuza, so it flies into 2 missiles at once. That could have done 60 damage, but it's hard to reliably do because of the random nature of Yakuza's jumps.
Yeah, is it even possible with diffusion missiles?
Yeah, it's just really hard.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why, like, you can get a triple-double on Ridley X core, and it's just extra hype when you do so because of just how difficult, like how much longer the cooldown time is on the diffusion missiles, as well as the fact that the missiles actually speed up the more you upgrade them, so they're further apart.
Yeah. You get nerfed twice in one upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the cooldown is only like 2 frames longer, but it's still an even tighter window than that.
Yeah, it's not something you immediately notice, but if you go straight from base missiles to diffusion missiles, you can feel the difference. See, I'm wondering what Zeke's thinking now, because he's looked almost everywhere. Obviously, we know where he's not looked. He's got one last check he can do here in Sector 6, but then it's going to be on the way out. And where does he go from here?
Power bomb data is nice.
Power bombs, yeah, that's a freebie. It'll save a handful of frames at this point. It's yeah, so nice to have.
Bet Zeke would like to have those about now.
Yeah. Although Zeke's already been through that side of Sector 6,
yeah.
so you wouldn't want to loop around again, ideally. Though they would have gone this way from the start if they had those bombs. Klunk gonna be spending some time now clearing out Sector 5.
That's good. This is where Plasma is. Oh, but it's in the
It's in a
transition.
sneaky position, yeah. So, I mean, they are going to be heading down to get the yellow doors. I imagine that Klunk's going to find it here, but
it's so common. Both Zeke and Klunk raise that same pillar. You have to be careful with Screw Attack as well, because Screw Attack can extend far enough into the ground to actually hit some of the pillars.
Oh, no way. I had no idea. I've never
found out
in
before.
that particular way. Yeah.
You have to kind of land right on it.
Weird hitbox shenanigans, yeah. Klunk getting the level 3 locks. It's they're going to be heading back to do reverse ice, but without doing reverse ice.
Zeke doesn't want to go to Sector 4, opting for... we'll see where this goes. This could be a main deck play, which would be great.
It's got to be the main deck play, surely. Where else does it go?
Sector 2, okay.
Okay. You know what? Zeke is on their way to go and fight Metroid, I'm pretty sure.
To save, though.
And
going back. Just in case they're... I guess they're gonna check the main deck and all that stuff. And if it's nothing, they can just warp right back. Which makes me wonder, like, the whole nightmare soft lock scenario. How much different is that from just going to, like, Yakuza and just not finding anything?
Well, it's... Going to Yakuza and not finding anything is fine, because Zeke's got the space jump. They can get out if they need to.
Mm-hmm. But it is significantly faster to just reset to the save they made to get anywhere useful.
Yeah, probably. I think they only made that save, or only really went down to Sector 2, because they were thinking. I don't think Sector 2 was the play. I don't think that was the plan. I think it was just, I'm going to kill some time while I'm thinking about what to do next.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably would have been best to save in Sector 6 on the way out.
Yeah, I imagine that's a part of it as well. You're like, oh, I meant to save there. Gotta do that. So, Zeke's not going to be able to get to the habitation, to Yakuza from that direction yet, so it's going to be a reset. And now, surely they head to Netori Yakuza.
Right, they need... Is it power bombs for that cocoon to hatch?
Plasma, I think.
Plasma. To get to Yakuza?
Oh, yes. No, yeah, you're right. It's it's power bombs, my bad.
Okay,
yeah. Which they would need to break the blocks there anyway. Or have red doors open, which without gravity suit is going to be difficult. Super missiles. Not going to do much at this point, but it's a nice upgrade. Just pure damage upgrade.
I forgot. I noticed they had diffusion. I just totally forgot they didn't have supers.
Yeah.
Zeke got super missiles. That's right. Okay. This will be a significantly faster fight for Zeke with the plasma beam. Could do the diagonal shots that'll spend more time in the Notorious hitbox, because the plasma beam does damage per frame, whereas without plasma it just does one hit damage.
And as Pythagoras taught us, diagonals are longer, so we do diagonals. Hypotenuse. Can I get a hype in chat? Hypotenuse.
Go Hypotenuse, go.
It's embarrassing. Anyway.
How could you say that?
This is recorded now, you know. I told my friends about this.
It's on the internet now.
Yeah. Zeke is making the play.
Here we go.
I'm
Clunk
a
actually
little
went
bit
down to
worried about
Sector 4
Clunk.
first.
Yeah, I'm worried about Clunk because since they didn't get that vital plasma beam at the end of Sector 5, it's going to be one that's easily forgotten.
It's not quite the end of the world. This will probably take them to Sector 6 afterwards, from which they can go to Sector 5, and like the first item they get there will be Plasma Beam.
Obtained.
And let's go move for Zeke. They just need to...
This is where the race really begins.
Just need those Sector 4 doors, and they're gonna... Did they get power bombs on the way? I forget where those were.
They
Sector 2 somewhere, right?
They were on the transition between. No, that was the super missiles. I think it was Sector 5 somewhere.
They existed.
There somewhere. Yeah. Some veteran missiles.
Well, it's the fastest way out. It's the hub, isn't it? The elevator.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think. Yeah, that's the way. I was wondering if maybe going Nettery way is slightly faster. I think it would be close. I think going the Nettery direction is maybe fewer door transitions.
They would need to lay a power bomb at the end, which isn't that long. It's like 3 seconds.
Zeke does not have power bombs though.
Right. So that would definitely be slower because you can't do it.
Yeah. So AgentKlunk now in Sector 4, where they're going to be bitterly disappointed.
And they haven't fought Ceres yet either.
They have not fought Ceres. They're going to be disappointed by Ceres too.
Ooh, this is rough. An hour into this has been quite a trolley seed.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. That plasma beam position is really quite a troll spot.
Yeah, it's somewhere they could have gone a long time ago, like less than half an hour in.
They unlocked Screw Attack early, and that was the only requirement to go and check this, more or less.
So yeah, Zeke is technically missing power bombs, but they don't need it. And they're just on their way to unlock the level 4 doors and beat the game.
Zeke's not going to be wasting time checking a bunch of items as they go through Sector 4 here. They're just straight go mode. Zeke's a man on a mission, and you know I think they could well have this race in the bag right now. It's certainly looking pretty good for them.
I'm kind of surprised they're so low on health, but they have screw attack, so I'm not really worried about them.
Yeah, I imagine Zeke will pick up a recharge before fighting the SAX. That's probably a good idea. Although, you know, they've got the equipment to get a solid stun lock on. Oh, taking a back exit out of Sector 4. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, this is a lot faster. So this
again. Wrong way. I'm sorry.
So we kind of considered when routing any percent that what if you take the secret message path to get back to go do the curved ice shot trick to get to diffusion missiles instead, but the fact that you have to set up this long shine spark chain first just makes it take way too long.
Yeah, you gotta go backtrack on yourself and set it up. Yeah, that's too long.
Yeah, but with screw attack, you just go straight.
You just go. Yeah. Zeke. Heading straight to the final boss. Now this is a room not often checked in a randomizer. I think that Klunk is about to go and clear out the entire forbidden section, which, I mean, it's, but from their perspective, I can see why they want to do that.
Could always be in space, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, it could be in space, could be in the Ridley area. Xbox could have it. And Zeke not getting a quick kill setup, but they seem comfortable jumping over and delivering charge shots to the face. It'll get the job done.
Yeah, people refer to the speed strat as the cheese strat, but it's really not free. It's pretty hard to pull off. It's a pretty tight timing.
Precise, yeah, like it's got some mechanical difficulty to it, so it is a bit of a cheese, but you know, it's not like you just sitting on a wall and sniping them. It's very active. Ow, don't want to get hit by too many more of those. Ow, you really don't want to get hit by one more of those. Don't get hit, please. It makes me nervous.
I believe it does 100 damage even with like Varia gravity suit.
And Zeke did not pick up the super missiles, so it's going to take a few extra shots, but gets it done.
Alright.
Now, let's blow this sucker up.
Klunk, however, on their way to Ridley. About to get the last of the Golden Four. Or the first, I guess.
Yeah.
And the only.
Yeah, no one else making an appearance in Fusion. I'm surprised there's not like some mini crates or something.
Yeah. Like the Metroid fans kind of thought Kraid was a staple in the series because it was featured twice in the original in Super Metroid, as was Ridley. So they were thought, oh, like Kraid and Ridley, like the most
Big boys,
famous, yeah, the big bad bosses
angry
of the
guys.
series. And Kraid hasn't been seen since, except in the original remake, the Zero Mission.
Maybe we'll get Mecha Kraid in Dread or something.
Could be. There was a model for Kraid in teasers for Metroid Prime, but it didn't come to fruition.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Is that? I thought that was a double red X, it was just the one. You know?
This is a fight.
Yeah, Zeke taking it nice and slow.
So the plasma beam can pierce through its body, however, it doesn't pierce through its arms. So if you hit the arms at all, it just cancels out the beam.
Or the chin, and it's got
Or
a
the
big
chin.
old chin. But that's GG's. That's Zeke done. Fine.
1 hour, 14 minutes, 54 seconds. This is like the longer end of the seeds we've seen so far. Perhaps as one of the longest we've seen in the tournament so far.
Oh, and AgentKlunk is cat jamming. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh. This is one of the hyper of the like 5 tracks in Metroid Fusion. It's funny. I always thought, yeah, Fusion has a pretty good soundtrack. I like it, but when I think about it, there are very few tracks in the game that play regularly.
Yeah, and a lot of the boss music gets repeated as well. There's not an awful lot of tracks in the game, but they're all bangers. Now, has Zeke's stream frozen? Or did the restream mess up when I changed the audio? Who knows?
They probably like hit Alt or something and brought up the emulator menu.
Oh, could be.
Howdy. Can you hear me?
Zeke,
Hey, welcome, GG.
GG.
Hey, thanks.
Congratulations on the first win. It was a weird seed.
Yes, definitely. Very much so.
So Klunk is still looking for Plasma Beam right now, and they're having a bad time.
Yeah,
You-
I figured it would be either plasma or gravity that was the real holdup on this one.
Yeah. Well, for you, it was the gravity suit, which
Yeah.
Klunk found a while ago, actually.
Oh, okay.
A few minutes
Yeah.
before you, like a couple minutes before you got plasma.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was looking like a really interesting race. Who was going to find the other's major first? But
Yeah, then they went to Sector 5. And that was a great idea, except
Yeah,
that
I
they
strongly
went to
consider-
clear it and
Yeah.
and just bypass that one check.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I was making some weird checks, but I guess I'm studying now at the Hercules School of Coherent Routing because I did the ones that were closest to me instead of the ones that were the most plentiful.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
I think a mixture of both is perhaps the optimal route, but it's it's definitely good to check whatever's nearby because you don't want to have to come back later.
No, it's true. So how about that SAX fight, eh? Or SAX fight? I actually
That
forgot
was-
which one was me for a second.
That was nail biting, especially during the ice core. Doesn't that do like 100 damage?
Oh yes, it's very painful no matter what suits you have. But what I did actually, I normally do the trapping it under the ledge thing, but this time, after taking 2 shots from it, I didn't trust that anymore, so I just did the jumping over routine instead.
I was pretty nervous watching that core fight.
It must have been nerve-wracking. It certainly was for me.
Mm-hmm. You have to be standing still for quite a while before it settles into place.
Yeah.
This is such a weird quirk that it just aims diagonally when you're directly above it.
Yeah. But it's very fortunate for things like low percent.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Oh yeah, I accidentally erased my diffusion missiles.
Yes,
Whoops.
I noticed you had to go back for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and for a while there, you couldn't see it, but I was desperately trying to remember which of those Sector 2 items had been the diffusion missiles.
But then you didn't end up using the diffusion missiles anyway.
No, not for my
taking
escape.
the reverse. That's the secret message screw blocks out.
Yep.
It's for instead.
Yeah, once I have screw, I don't typically bother with diffusions, but I did use them to make that check at the top of Sector 4's water area.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good spot to remember.
Yeah, because I've seen in this tournament even something huge being there, so I figured it was best not to skip it. Looks like Klunk is. Oh, he must have power bombs. Where were they?
They were somewhere. They were definitely somewhere. We forget.
I think they were Sector 5 somewhere.
That would make sense.
I think they were, yeah, like one of the items that you just blitzed past because you were in go mode.
Right.
Like, it wasn't too far off of a path.
Okay.
I'm just not sure which path.
Well, I'm glad I didn't find them because they would have led me astray.
Yeah,
and
it sure
they
led Klunk
led
astray.
Klunk astray, yeah. As I'm sure you can probably hear, Klunk is in Cat Jam mode, meaning they went to fight Xbox.
Oh no!
Yeah, they've gone all that way.
Now I know that we've had that necessary in this tournament already. There was one with something in the restricted zone, which I just love to death. But I'm glad it didn't happen in my race.
Yeah, it's a pretty cursed location to check.
Very much so.
And like, if I was AgentKlunk, I would be making the same check.
Yeah, understandable.
I think they've totally forgotten that one item in Sector 5 exists. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because they blitzed through Sector 5, opened up the yellow doors, but then head straight to lower Sector 4, so that they never came back up through the main bit of Sector 5 there.
Right. Remind me, where was Plasma again?
Sector 5, in between the sectors.
Oh yeah.
Leading to Sector 3.
Yeah.
Wait, what was on the Sector 3 side? There was something there, wasn't there? Was that... That wasn't supers. That was something. Was that power bombs? No.
No, I did make those checks.
That was a major item, if I remember right. I remember...
Charge beam.
Charge beam, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember Klunk got that pretty... somewhat early. They did have to make a second trip through Sector 3, but they did find a charge beam like a lot earlier than you did.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be very interested to watch this and compare our route.
There was some... It was very divergent right from the start, yeah. That was quite an interesting one.
Yeah,
But
worst
also-
start. Warfall seeds are the worst.
Also, horrible to manage when you're trying to track the items.
I'll bet. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do a lot of resetting to save, and
No,
it
that's
saves
fine.
time.
Like, if I've clicked it once, I'm not clicking it again.
Okay.
You've got it, as far as I'm concerned. I think that button it means they know where it is. You know, they might not have it right now, but they know. They know.
Yeah. Little did you know that I had completely blanked on where my diffusions were,
Yeah.
but I remembered eventually.
Yeah, go on.
I remember at one point I did remove something from someone.
Find it.
Oh, here we go.
Ding.
Oh yeah.
And that's the end of Cat Jam time. I think.
Now
Has he
that
done
you
that
have
before?
plasma beam, you get to beat the game.
Yeah, okay, that's the end of Cat Jam.
Good, he can go straight for Saiyans now.
Yeah.
Take it easy on Klunk, everybody. This is his first race. Like, his first streamed race ever.
That's fair. So, I was saying
He's done pretty well.
at the start of
No,
the
I'm talking to
stream,
chat.
I understand, like, you're quite new to Fusion, right?
Yes,
Both you guys.
I've never done much racing of the vanilla game, and of course Fusion is brand new. I mean, Rando is brand new. So.
Yeah, it's basically new to everyone in a sense.
And it's a very raw, unpolished Rando. It'll get much better in future days, but it's still incredibly fun now.
Oh yeah, it certainly lacks polish. I mean, we've just spent the last 10 minutes listening to the same song on repeat.
Yeah. Oh, poor Box 2. You'll be important again someday, but for now we want to avoid you as much as possible.
It's a bop though.
Yes, it is.
Here we go, heading into the fight.
Also opting for just charge beam strats on SAX.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's fair. If you're new to the game, I wouldn't want to be trying out freeze strats that I don't feel confident with.
Yeah, I've tried that before, but I have trouble with the timing, so I just use my old reliable jump over and repeat.
Yeah, it needs good timing and good positioning.
It's pretty amazing to watch them.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Like, it's mechanically intense.
I think that in Hundo you can actually make it even faster by mixing in screw attacks.
Huh.
I'm not sure that one's human doable though.
I'm not sure if that would be doable because you need good spacing for your freeze charge shot to hit well.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to spend some time doing a tool assisted boss fight, then go right ahead. I think that would be really cool to watch.
Yeah, I remember seeing a clip of it, but I don't know if it was. I don't know if that was like a finished version or not.
Yeah, I know that while it is technically possible to kill the SAX with just screw attack, it's not possible in the actual game because you need I think you need 22 E-tank, something like that.
Yeah,
it's
that's right.
Close, but you can't quite make it.
Maybe if you had phase on suit.
So into the final round of the game.
Yep.
That's a big hit.
I don't know if it actually saves time to jump into the claw like I do, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. It is risky though. If you're too far forward, you can hit the chin and die.
Yes, so that is something to watch. Did Klunk find super missiles, by the way?
Yes.
Did find super missiles. Yeah, they were in between. They were on the way to lower sector 4 from.
Yes, I was also skipping those checks.
Yeah, you just speed boost right past it.
Yeah. Don't die, Klunk. There we go.
Oh, that's done. That's GG.
Yep. GG's in chat, everybody.
GG.
Go.
Oh yeah, I suppose I jumped the gun a bit there. Time doesn't stop till you're in the ship.
There we go. That's a race complete.
Yep.
1-0 to CZeke. And we got the second of this.
GG.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Klunk, GG.
That I can't believe I checked that so last.
I know.
Yeah, that was rough.
I know. It was painful watching it, knowing where it was. But I mean, we've been thinking about it, and like, it's entirely reasonable that you didn't go and check that, because you want to go and get the red doors open.
Yep. And you only pass by that once on a normal run of the randomizer. You don't even think to go back and check it after you go open the yellow doors, if you even open yellow doors. Alternatively, though, I could have checked it with screw attack. I could have gone through Sector 6.
And you did go past there earlier on in the game, so it could have been yours.
It could
have
be.
You were in
Maybe
Sector
the next
5,
one.
but it was like 4 rooms away for 1 check, so...
Oh...
That's right.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I found gravity. It's such a weird spot. I doubt he already found it.
No, that was my last my go mode item.
Was
Apparently
gravity?
Apparently
Yep.
you found it way before me.
Yeah, there was an interesting moment where you had gravity and Zeke had plasma, and we were wondering who's going to get the other first.
Yeah, you went to Sector
wonder-
5, and I was like, well, this is it. But you were like cleaning it up, so I was like, okay, well, he's gonna clean up Sector 5 and then end on that, and then nope. Just too far out of the way.
You know, I found every major item in the game except Ice Beam.
Yeah.
I never found that either, but I did find I never found a couple things you did, like power bombs. So in fact, when I got gravity suit, it was through Notori.
Yep. When I found power bombs, like, oh, maybe Sector 6 stuff, or maybe I don't know. So, I misinterpreted the randomizer a bit there. So,
Yeah. Well, I would like to...
I don't think you misplayed at all. To be perfectly honest, I think you made good decisions. You just got a little bit unlucky this time.
Oh yeah, there's a million things that that each could be considered to determine a race in Fusion because it's just so random.
yeah.
There's an awful lot you can check.
Aside from plasma and ice, wide beam and wave beam were super free. Like they were like wave beam was the first item we got. Wide beam was right at the elevator.
I'm
kind of surprised.
Very impressed
kind
by
of
Zeke heading straight to Sector 4 after picking up the wave beam and finding the missiles there. That was a great play for an early lead.
Yeah, I felt at the time that was probably going to pay pretty well.
Yeah, if I get wave beam, always check that. That item just loves being a major.
It definitely does. In the past couple level 2s I've done and I've seen, there's usually been something there, whether it's been morph ball in some instances, it's been missiles like it was here. I've seen it be charge beam. It's an interesting spot to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's opened up by so many different items as well.
It is.
So I'd like to take a break between rounds, if that's okay.
No, not at all. It's perfectly fine. I'm sitting here sweating, and my room's kind of toasty. I wouldn't mind opening up a window.
Yeah, I think you've got You've still got about 2.5 hours of time on your slot left, so plenty of time
Okay.
for a break. Go
So
and-
make it 10
Cool.
minutes.
Yeah, go have a pee, get a glass of water, say hello to your dog. I don't know.
Cat in my case,
All
but
right.
will do. Okay, see you in a bit.
All right.
Magoo.
All right.
Just message me when you're ready to get ready. I'm gonna join the new room that's been made for us.
Yes, I'll do that too.
Okay.
Fantastic. So
Yeah,
we shall
I'll be taking a break
return
too.
shortly. I think that's episode finished. I'm gonna click the episode finish button. If this breaks something, it's not my fault. Oh, I'm not finished using the channel. No, take me back. Okay, I won't do that then.
Yeah, I should probably like ask for clarification for future reference. Yeah, because this is like a continuous episode, but it's technically a different episode. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were using that to split up their like YouTube uploads or what. I don't know. Yeah. You know, this tracker's a real pain to use.
Could okay, let's switch to the pre-race layout though. So okay, that makes sense.
I pushed the button to do
Good call.
that.
All right, so we'll be back in like 10 or so minutes.
Yes. See y'all in a bit. Ah, it appears our runners are getting ready to go again. Everyone's ready. Time is counting down. And any second now, it will be counting down on Zeke's thing. Any second now. And they are off. There we go. We know the drill. Oh. Why did it do that? Don't do that. And Zeke's not off. Is there a problem? Okay, he's off. Seems we got some delay, or you know what? I think Zeke's timer has failed him. I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to be seeing the first item, Speed Booster. And so, in order to leave the main deck we're going to have to do a little speed booster trick. Winding all the way back. Not entirely necessary, but okay. Nice, comfortable position, and straight through, no problems. Get an extra item here. Power bomb, it's an interesting one. That's not useful yet. So those power bombs will not be able to be used until both morph ball and morphle bombs are unlocked. Save in sector 2. Smart move. Zeke finding the power bomb data, and Klunk's gonna shine spark through this room, slam that Kago, picking up an energy tank. Nice to have at the start. I certainly wouldn't be complaining. Dealing with these Zoros with just your little pea shooter is quite a pain. They take 4 shots to kill, so yeah, jumping over just like that. Gonna save a little bit of time. Blue hatch is unlocked for AgentKlunk. We're heading to the data room here now. With a bit of courage, you can speed boost through that room to kill that Zoro. I think that might be lock based though. I think that might be a 50-50. And charge being found in the data room. Okay, interesting. I guess on to sector 1 then. Not a whole lot else we can do here. Just shine spark into that Zoro just because, why not? Charge beam for Zeke. Just like Klunk, I imagine he's going to be heading to Sector 1. Klunk deciding Sector 1's not the place to go. They're going to dip their toes into Sector 3? Interesting play. Ballsy play. There's a couple checks that they can make here. I think it's quite a big gamble this early on. I think this could be Zeke's opportunity to overtake. Getting that shine spot. No trouble. Very nice. And the gamble's paid off. Finding the missile data. That's big. That's big. That's really big. Great play by AgentKlunk there. Outthinking his opponent. Oh, but not making out the room. Luckily, they saved right before, so it's not going to be a major issue. Ooh, Zeke finding an item in the lava dive room, which he'll be picking up in just a moment. Not having the morph ball though does mean they're not going to be able to check that lower item, but finding the screw attack. What? This is a very interesting start. Zeke's not going to be able to go much further into Sector 1 without Morph Ball, but they will be able to get one more item check done before having to return. Meanwhile, Zeke just filling up on a little bit of health with an extra E-tank. Single wall jump into the atmosphere. Stabilizer. Who needs charge beam? Who needs missiles? Especially when you've got diffusion missiles, which actually he doesn't have yet because he's missiles. Still, that's a decent find. Yeah, now gonna have to be turning back and heading somewhere else. I imagine that somewhere else will be Sector 3. And Klunk now heading into Sector 1. So yeah, Klunk with a slight lead here. Although Zeke could opt instead to make some crazy screw attack play. Oh no, making a tumble. Oh, it's going to be tricky. Yeah, okay, they found their way out. Klunk just showing off a little bit of tech skill. Getting that shine spark into the Gearon stabilizer, just like that. Not strictly necessary, not even faster. And yeah, there's a little high five there as they go past each other. Neither of them being able to pick up that major item. Gonna have to write that one down, make a note of that. And Klunk finding screw attack. Wonder what he decides to do with this. Yeah, we've got... yeah.
That's late morphballs are interesting seeds.
It's been a really interesting one so far.
I love Speed Booster with like a few items. There's a lot more that you can do than you would expect.
Yeah. So Zeke's heading into Sector 3 here, where Klunk has already made one quick pass through and was rewarded with main missile data. So Zeke's going to be finding that pretty quickly. But then the question is, where to next?
Arachnus, right?
Yeah, I think the answer is Arachnus, but it's another one of those Nettery calls. Not necessarily one of those nightmare calls. You know, you don't want to go to Arachnus and he doesn't have more. But I think at this point it's the right decision.
Although similarly, you could like save scum it. You can just save in a sector and then check it, and if it's nothing, you can just reset. However, the main issue is if there is something there that you need, and not morph ball, then you may need to come back
later anyway. Yeah. So it's always a risk. But we've seen some risks already this game. AgentKlunk deciding to go to Sector 3 after Sector 2. And yeah, only missiles.
Get two more items here with screw attack.
That could be the more cool. Zeke, where are you going?
You could single wall jump up there with screw attack.
You absolutely can, but you're not going to reach that from here. Oh, you can? What?
Absolutely. You can do that with just bombs. There are pillars in the floor as well that you can use to jump up there.
I didn't know there was fake blocks behind that.
Yeah, there's no reason to ever go there until you have space jumps much later. And supers are a nice find as well.
Making the decision to head into Sector 5. Let's just hope. Ooh, double red X drop. That's quite rare. Yeah, let's hope they don't forget where they are and get themselves soft locked. It's easily done. But I don't think there's much here for Zeke right now anyway, so yeah, we're just going to turn straight back around.
So they're in Sector 5, but I guess it's an issue of when they are, depending on the room layers.
Yeah. Because if you didn't know, if you head into the back of Sector 5, it will be in its destroyed state, and if you do not have the necessary items to make it the destroyed state normally, then you can find yourself in a situation where Sector 5 repairs itself magically, and now you have no way out. And yeah, Klunk making the call to go to Arachnus. What we're going to be finding? Morph ball. Straight away.
To nobody's surprise. But those supers are going to allow Zeke to... actually, does Klunk have the supers as well?
No. Klunk was not able to check that. They did not have access to screw attack.
No screw attack, okay. That's cool. That's going to save Zeke some time on Arachnus.
Yeah, that will be a time. Well, actually, you can just screw attack into him and he's gone.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah, just frame one death, just like that. Bang. It will save him a missile. Fighting a call. That's 3 seconds.
Yeah. Although if you get double missile with diffusion on, I think that's a 1 round anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of tricky though.
It would be, yeah. Going to the shine spot. Nice. Yeah.
That's kind of tight to do. You have just barely enough room, like a fraction of a tile to get a shine before the barrier.
It's pretty consistent if you can get the shot cancel on the ledge.
Mhm.
Then you just blast straight through, and it's not really a problem. Main deck missiles on missiles. Very nice. So, where's next for AgentKlunk? That's a good question, actually. There is. I don't think there's really any obvious play.
With Morphballs, so much opens up. It's a huge question mark.
Yeah. There's a major that they can check in Sector 1 that they've both seen, and yeah, now they're going to be able to go and fight Charge Core as well.
This first tank in this tunnel. And they could also dive into the lava and get another check there.
Yes, they did not have access to that before. High jump.
High jump, yeah. And also with the speed booster, they've already been to the lava area, haven't they? Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, they've been there, but they have not checked the bottom item. Yeah, can you go do that now? I reckon it's a power bomb tank.
Ooh.
It's an item.
Space jump.
Well, say goodbye to your single ball jumps.
Yeah, in many ways it's actually a downgrade.
The space jump respectfully asks that you refer to it as a side grade.
Fair enough. I know Super Metroid speedrunners who consider space jump the worst item in the game.
Yeah, if I played Super Metroid, I probably would too. The space jump in that is not nice to use. And you don't have ice missiles.
It's better in Zero Mission. It has upgraded over the years.
Yeah, it's just Zero Mission movement just feels super good. And yeah, Zeke claimed the high jump. No, it's a high jump. Where's high jump on the list? There it is. We're checking the speed booster item. Oh, not quite.
It's actually going to... Are they going to get the water power bomb here? It's
No.
technically possible. Okay.
It's technically possible, but it's incredibly precise. It's not a trick I would expect anyone to ever go for in a race.
I've seen people try to do it for like an hour.
Yeah, I've spent over an hour trying to get it at least, and haven't got. I mean, I've got close a couple of times, but always just a couple of frames off getting that final jump. It's really tight. And Krevlin, what's it going to be today? Missiles.
Oh no.
It's alright. Oh, Zeke. Oh, I'm gonna have to reset the room. Struggling a little bit. There we go.
There you go.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Zeke.
Getting his side jump. Or a space jump, right? Yeah. It would have helped in the previous room. Now it'll hurt.
Yeah, now, not so much.
Though it is faster than climbing the monkey bars up top.
That's true. That's true.
So can't completely knock it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just slag it off a little bit.
Side grade indeed.
Side grade, yeah. Sometimes optimal. Oh. The second race in a row, Klunk heading into the back of Sector 3.
I like that Zeke isn't even bothering to try to use space jump. He's just gonna try to climb up the ledges.
Gravity suit.
Ooh, very nice.
Wow.
I'm very happy to find that after the last race.
Yeah. See, I am now wondering if this is a bomber suit. Could well be. Oh, Zeke with the Galaxy Brain move, checking the water spark item using diffusion missiles.
Yeah.
Surely it can't be a bombless seed with power bombs found so early. That's what my gut's telling me, but I mean, AgentKlunk's only got to find plasma. Zeke just one-shotting the core.
Wouldn't it be nice in vanilla?
Yeah, you know it. Save all those double setups. So I got pretty good at those now, so I don't know. Maybe I'll take those away from me.
There's that Varia for Klunk. About to find their supers.
Now, where were the diffusion missiles? I may have missed ticking that off.
They were early in, like, Sector 1, right?
I'm going to be looking out for the charge up sound. And animation on the front screen. Zeke deciding still not to go through bombs. It's not bombless.
Ooh, alright. In the Sector 5 data rooms. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit cursed.
I thought you were going to say Zeke deciding not to use space jump because he was just shine sparking up that short distance up to the top.
No, see, I figured that they would head into Sector 3, which they've now decided to do. Yeah. AgentKlunk's in a really good spot here because with Sector 5 fully opened up, he's got access to speed booster and gravity, so he's going to have no problems getting in and out of the sector now. But this could be an early red locks. Beeline for it. It's not a bad spot at this point.
Oh, interesting. Zeke had the option to go to box. I don't think. Well, no, they didn't. They can't do box without
they can't
bombs.
Do box. I mean, Klunk could go and do box now. wouldn't even have to go to the doors because split security is not an option we are using for this turn mode. And Zeke's going to be finding the bombs there now as well, so right on Klunk's tail, but without the gravity suit, Klunk's still looking like the leader. And Zeke not overstaying his welcome in Sector 5. Otherwise...
Interesting. Actually is going back for the level 2 doors.
Well, you know, he doesn't have a gravity suit, so for Zeke, this is the right call. I'm very confident. Yeah.
So is Zeke gonna find Plasma Beam this time, and Klunk is gonna find Gravity?
It could well be, you know. It could easily be at the bottom of Sector 2, and Klunk's just...
Oh, I had that backwards. Yeah, that was the case in the last race. Okay. Did Klunk skip that powerbomb hallway? That could have gotten that.
Powerbomb hallway? Oh!
Through the barrier here.
No, I think they did that already. They went through.
Did they save scum it? Because the barrier was... Does the barrier respawn?
Oh, no, the barrier doesn't respawn. I'm not sure then. I
must have save scummed it.
Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think Klunk's reset for a little while. If at all.
Unless we're thinking of Zeke that got it or something.
I don't think so, because Zeke would have been stuck in
Right.
6-5.
Right.
Maybe they haven't gone that way at all then. Just a missed item. Mischeck.
It does have diffusion missiles, okay.
Does have diffusion. Tick that off. Mark that down. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's nearly a full tracker for Klunk, except we still need to hunt for Plasma Beam. Oh. Oh, if this is it.
That could well be it.
Nope.
Okay. And they're taking the nightmare area. This could be a long fight if they decide to go fight Nightmare.
Yeah, so in Randomizer, well, in the vanilla playthrough, Ice Beam was tied to the full suit upgrade at the end of the game.
Yeah.
When you get orange, yeah.
Yeah, the game code makes absolutely no distinction between the two.
So it was separated in the Randomizer, so Ice Beam is its own upgrade now. And Gravity Suit here for Zeke. Okay, it was just right there. They could have gotten that through that earlier.
Yeah, Klunk deciding not to fight Nightmare, which is probably a good call. It would be a long fight. It would be a really long fight. Charge Ice Beam is rather pitiful damage. I think Ice Charge is actually less damage than Base Charge.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's got fewer projectiles. Ice Charge is one projectile, and base is 2. So yeah, Zeke's going to be heading on into lower sector 4.
So just like in Super Metroid, Ice Beam is a side grade.
I don't know, I think Ice Beam's basically pure upgrade in this game.
Sure, combat isn't that significant in Fusion, in Rando specifically.
I think it's more like you're not generally using your beam to like finish off enemies. So if you're just spamming beam, you're gonna kill everything you want to.
In terms of like bosses and whatnot, I like how in vanilla it kind of alternates between whether you want to use beam or missiles, depending on what you've upgraded. And depending on the properties of the boss itself, like with Nightmare, you want to use missiles because the beam only hits for a single frame, so it's not very powerful. Whereas for Ridley, you absolutely want to use Plasma Beam because it does over 300 damage per shot.
Did I misclick on ice missiles, or is that something Klunk picked up? Yeah?
Klunk picked it up, yeah.
Okay.
I clicked that earlier, I believe.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. So that's a maxed out tracker then.
I believe they got that right before diffusion.
Charge, plasma, and a couple other things for some reason. I don't know. You'd have to ask SpeedGaming. I am not a representative. Yeah, the hunt for plasma. That's all that Klunk's looking for at this point. If he got really lucky, he could be done in 10 minutes. Either way. Oh, and I missed Zeke finding gravity here.
Oh yeah, that was fairly recent.
Yeah. Making regular use of those save stations. Can't man.
Actually checking this data room. It's a less common play. It's pretty rare that you have access to this and actually want to go here.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time you're passing through here, you're already in go mode. It's just incidental that routing has made it advantageous to come through here early. I'm going to be able to check this out too. Nothing. Sad. But we're going to be heading into Sector 4 Major now. And who knows what we're going to find. Got a whole sector. Zeke's not been.
Oh, here's these ice missiles for Zeke.
Aha.
So they're likely just gonna beeline for sector 4 or level 4 doors here. Just it'll also unlock level 3 doors so they can come back if they want to. But you gotta. This is effectively the crystal dungeon of Fusion.
I think I would opt to clear Sector 5 first, like Klunk did. But I respect going this one first. can work out. I mean, he's not going to find anything in Sector 5 that he needs, so it is the right play. Of course, Zeke doesn't know that.
Yeah, basically, unlocking level 4 doors, you always need to go this way and do this. So you might as well do this because it will progress you in it is progress in the overall game.
Yeah.
And there are checks along the way anyway.
I'm here now. Might as well do it now.
It's a bit tricky bombing this bomb chain here in Sector 5 right before Nightmare without power bombs. You can...
It's a big pain, yeah.
I guess you gotta kind of straight jump, right?
Yeah. It can be done with... It can be done with a single wall jump. But it's really tight. Because you've got to get a double down press in no time at all. So it becomes pretty difficult.
I suppose you could pause buffer it though.
I don't think you can. Oh no, it's A and B presses you can't pause buffer, right? Yeah.
I mean, you can't buffer the morph, but you can. I think you can unbuffer the unpress of down, so you can press down like on consecutive frames.
Yeah.
The half down press.
Sector 6, go.
There's a ROM hack of Super Metroid called half A press, where the A press is the jump button is always depressed. So you just every time you turn around, you auto jump fully.
Oh wow!
It totally changes strats for like everything.
Yeah. So what if you're just in a grounded state in SM, holding A, it will make you jump whenever you change block pose?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That sounds like a really interesting challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke opening up the level 4 locks, finishing off his tracker. But again,
And you can't cut your jumps short either. Well, I guess you could shoot to cut your jumps short, actually. But then you break your spin.
Yeah, you break spin and can't get back in that zone.
And I guess that means you can't wall jump.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
I'm finding wave beam, which I don't think he's too thrilled about. I'll check that item nice and quickly. Okay.
It's kind of interesting. Zeke has wide beam, and Klunk has wave beam. I guess they both have wave beam, right?
I don't think Zeke is picked up wave beam. Wave beam is in
Okay.
Sector 6.
Oh, it doesn't have wide beam either. I'm lying. I must be thinking of the previous seed. Don't mind me just lying to everyone. Get scammed, chat.
Oh, Zeke's gonna go and check this item now. That's smart.
Oh, there's something in Sector 6.
There's something. Oh,
Is it another beam?
ooh. What else could it be? There it is.
Oh, all right.
Let's go. Go, 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 go! Zeke's now heading
Nice.
into Sector 6.
It's unfortunately a little too late. Yeah,
Yeah,
But-
a little bit late. If,
pretty close.
if he gets really lucky, then Klunk takes a death, and he has a chance to catch up.
Yeah,
But
that might
otherwise,
chip the lead.
this is looking like it's done right now.
Although, yeah, if you think about it, they have plasma ice beam, plasma ice wave beam. They don't have the wave beam. I don't know like how much damage that does, but it might make SAX a little more difficult than expected, and this could be disastrous. He has significantly fewer E-tanks than Zeke as well.
I think Wired is. I think it's like a 50% DPS increase, something like that.
Zeke backed out of Sector 6.
Oh, he didn't commit. Well, that's it then. That's his chances lost.
So this may end up going to a tiebreaker.
It's looking that way.
That's why this is best of 3 tournament. It's, these matches can go either way at any time.
And heading up the elevator. Heading into Sector 4, where Klunk did spend a small amount of time, but opted not to go to the Ceres fight or the items after that. But Zeke's not going to find anything there. Nothing he's looking for anyway. Klunk's fight looking a little bit sketchy, but managing to get through it alive.
So you do have to get close to the core node form of Sax for it to die, otherwise it just keeps gasping.
If it stays on screen, it will just continue for all eternity.
I guess it's only when you're close enough horizontally. It did climb up here, and it did
I
die.
noticed that.
It's interesting. There's a similar thing with the first box fight where you have to get close enough to the box for it to jump up and bring down the platforms, and you have to be close enough to the platforms for them to actually fall down. And that's a smart design decision because the player generally needs to see when things change.
Yeah, if you're going to make a big state change to the room, you want the players to know that it's happened. Where do I go next? I've already been through it.
Why won't these doors open? Yeah. It's kind of funny. They can land on top of you, and like they don't hurt you or anything. So they just seem like their background. I've seen new players just think their background for the longest time.
Oh, so yeah, you can walk through the bottom bits. Final fight. Zeke's gonna need a miracle to save him now. Maybe
For
a
round
cosmic
3.
Wave can corrupt Klunk's memory and make it crash or something.
Although to note, even if they lose round 3 and get knocked out of the winner's bracket, there is still a loser's bracket that they can
Yes,
absolutely fight through.
Best of 3 double elimination, so everyone's going to be playing lots of matches. More randos than you could ever want. And then probably a little bit more.
Oof, getting double hit by the body there.
Yeah, if he lets
Double swiped.
Double swiped.
Oh.
He's gonna get swiped again. Don't get hit! Don't get hit! Don't get hit!
Oof.
Zeke's
That's gotta feel
miracle might
really
be
bad.
here. Yeah.
Still has time though.
He's miles ahead. He's got this in the bag. He's gonna have to lose at least another couple of fights.
That's
If
what
he
I'm
wants
saying
to
though.
throw
Only
it.
6 E-tanks, and with this beam combination, it's not that much damage. Not that much damage to Omega Metroid and SAX.
Yeah, if he backs you up against that wall, double swipes, or even triple swipes sometimes, like, can end you quick.
I don't think you even can stun lock the Omega Metroid with Wave Beam without Wide, can you?
I don't know, that's a good question. You can definitely do it with... I mean, they've got ice missiles, so...
I mean the Omega Metroid at the end.
Oh... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think Wave might screw it up. Oh yeah, I think some of the like where projectiles leave House Gun, I think that's like slightly changed in Rando for reasons I can't remember. Oh, see,
No.
no, Klunk, don't
Okay,
get
it's
hit,
got it.
please. Yeah, it should be safe now.
Once you can get it to settle, then you got a fine fight here. Yeah, and also you can probably stun lock it without Wave Beam. If you have every other beam, it might do enough damage to actually stun lock it. But with Wave Beam, I don't think it can actually pierce all the way through the body like it does in the normal stun lock.
Yeah, because it will like move and things.
Because the way the stun lock works normally is the part of the beam, at least one part of the beam, will pierce through, like right through the neck.
Ow. Here we go. Omega fight, take 2.
Oh no, down to 1 health.
this is a bad situation.
Oh, it's got a second life.
What's gonna happen?
Oh no, loses one of their lives. What are they gonna do? Playing it extra safe here, just trying to trigger it to swipe repeatedly.
Yeah, swipe's definitely better than letting it walk forward. Although it is slow, it will get the job done.
Holy crap!
Oh,
I'm
no.
entire second fight. I was like, oh god, please no, please no. I'm looking at chat, just like, oh,
There it is.
There it is. He done it.
how far ahead was that?
Jeez. Quite a ways. Zeke did go into Sector 6 right after going to unlock the Sector 4 doors, but only checked the first couple items. Right now is going through Sector 4 and
Sorry, so, yep, okay.
going down to Sector 2 and resetting.
So what was the difference between me finding bombs and him finding bombs?
You were
He found
way
bombs
ahead.
first. Yeah.
Way ahead?
Well, a few minutes ahead, yeah.
Okay. I
He
was
was
like,
looking
oh
for
my
a while
God.
to be bombless seed.
I found bombs. I was like, oh my god, how long is it gonna take him to find this? Because I don't know. Like, I've never played against him, so I don't know how well he knows the game or anything like that.
He seems
Oh,
to be making good decisions. I mean, he followed you through that way and found the bombs not too long after you did.
And once again, there was
pretty
a lot
good.
of divergence. There was, I believe he had an early game advantage in which he found supers and Varia suit before you
Yep.
found Morph Ball, and that just because he got more items earlier, that led him to more red herrings later on.
Yeah, I was a little upset that I had to double dip into Sector 1, but I'm glad I did because it gave me screw attack, and I just went to Arachnus. I was like, "Hey, buddy, goodbye."
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting seed. That seed could very easily be a jet seed, if you follow a good path for it, anyways.
Probably.
But after I died to Omega, I was like, oh crap, I feel like he could be right on my tail, and that this could cost me it. But so just the entire fight, I was like, oh god, just looking over, waiting to see it. But well, since I won this one, this means we're gonna have to have a third one at some point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Probably
game 3
this week. Yep.
And Zeke's stream seems to have stopped working. The restream seems to have issues with changing audio.
Oh no. We're not gonna be doing our third race today. Doing 3 races in a row would be a bit rough. And I'm sure it's starting to get a bit late for him. Although I don't know what time zone he's in. Oh, that was definitely an interesting seat, but I'm sure you saw, I went and checked those items in Sector 5. I was like, I'm not letting this beat me again.
Yeah. No, you did good. It was well played. Some good decision making.
When I found a Wave Beam, though, Wave Beam was like, oh no. Oh.
Yeah, we felt that.
All of Sector 6, I was ready to hit the reset button, which is why I saved before. I was like, all right, if there's nothing worthwhile in Sector 6, I'm going to reset. And then I found Plasma. I was like, oh, looks like I'm keeping Wave. But overall, that was not bad. That was definitely quite a bit shorter. I'm glad to hear it was, for a bit, a close race.
Yeah, it was a close race for the majority of the race, I do believe.
Right.
Zeke, welcome.
Hi, it just now occurred to me that I could use the old invite. I didn't need to get a new one.
Oh yeah, same channel.
And Yeah, there you go. The forfeit.
All
So-
right.
Can someone have a word with the folks at Live Split, please, and tell them that if you enter a second race, the timer doesn't properly.
You didn't reset it.
Interesting. Yeah.
You needed to press the reset button, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember that next time.
Shucks.
Yeah, because you've been at 1 hour 14.
Yes, I
for,
am painfully aware. That's why I started a minute late. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Oh.
Anyway,
So
so
good race.
yes, good race. I was just looking for plasma at the end. Where was it?
It was
Sector
Sector
6.
6
Ah, 6.
after Megacore.
Lower 6.
You came so close to.
Yeah, I poked into
Apparently.
the sector, but then decided, nope, finish 4 first.
Yeah.
So I died to Omega.
Oh.
And the entire time I was just watching chat, like waiting to see Zeke has finished. Zeke has finished first. Like, ah.
Yeah, well, I was doing that
I
toward
know
the end of the last race. It's probably it's a pretty common phenomenon, I bet.
It is. But that from what the commentators have said, it was a pretty close race. I
Yeah.
actually
Maybe
I-
not as close as they think, because my next play was going to be Sector 2, not 6.
oh no.
Up until
But-
go mode, it was an
but
interesting.
right
close
up
one.
until the hunt for plasma, it was neck and neck, pretty much.
Ah, well.
I almost
That
went to
was
Sector 6 right after 4. Like, I almost just took the shortcut, but I was like, I should check Sector 4 just in case.
Yeah, Zeke started taking the shortcut, but decided to back out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have a habit of taking the shortcut and just doing the nearest couple of checks just in case, because I won't be near that shortcut again in a while. But this time it did not pay.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
smart. It's just a thing in Rando where like you can do smart plays, but that's not what necessarily you need to do.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
just random.
So random.
After finding Charge Beam right under box, I was like, oh, or not Charge Beam, but Gravity Sword. I was like, holy crap! I just need Plasma. And I went straight to Sector 5, and I'm glad I did, because there was bombs, so...
Yeah.
Though they weren't really... They were technically needed if you went the front way to Megacore X, but if you'd gone the back way, you would have found Plasma and just left. You wouldn't have needed bombs at all.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's very rare to
So-
have a bombless seed, but they do occasionally happen.
Yeah, I was almost
was-
convinced that this was going to be one.
I was not expecting. I did think for a little while it was going to be bombless, but with how early you found power bomb data, I thought there's no way it's bombless. There's no way.
Yeah, power bombs being early before even finding morph ball or bombs was like, okay, this is kind of useless until I find bombs.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess I'll use
Oh.
this later.
GG, that was a
Yeah,
good
GG
race.
to you too. Guess we'll have to schedule a tiebreaker.
Yeah, my next available day will be Friday. So
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's get some rest, have some food. It's been a long time.
yeah, good job. That was a fun race.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun too.
All right,
All right, good night, everybody. See you next mission.
Guys, thanks for
GG.
racing.
next stream.
And yeah, that's gonna just about wrap us up.
Yeah, big thanks to the organizers of the tournament. They've done a lot of hard work, especially this first week with having to put in a lot of data and stuff and organize times and answer questions all over. It's been a lot of hard work. Huge thanks to SpeedGaming staff for helping us out, putting this show on for us. Thank you, Tupto, for joining on commentary, and of course the racers for putting on a great show.
Yeah, thanks, CZeke, for joining me. There's more races for Fusion happening on SpeedGaming 4 and SpeedGaming 6, starting in, I think, 10 minutes, but I've probably got my time zones wrong, so soon, I guess.
Yeah, also I think Herc is doing a rando run on Games Done Quick as well.
Oh, wow. So there's Fusion all over the place.
Yeah, it's an exciting week.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think that does it. I think I think I can actually click the episode finish button.
Yeah, see you next mission.
See you next mission. Nice.